Two certainties exist in our universe. The Earth is round, and every Mario movie introduces a bunch of new characters we didn't see in the previous one. King Buu. Starting all the way from none other than King Buu, the third Mario movie will likely focus heavily on Luigi's brother, which means that his greatest enemy will also make its debut. In the game's lore, while Bowser was out of the picture, maybe trapped in a maximum security prison with Bowser Jr., King Buu decided to capture Mario and trap him inside the painting. This is one of the most iconic moments of a rivalry that would never be expected to exist. The world's greatest hero was defeated by a ghost, leaving the fearful brother Luigi to rescue him. After being defeated in the next movie, Buu would manage to escape, and we'll see him in the post-credits scenes, invading the prison to make a deal with Bowser while joining forces and helping his father-son duo escape so that they can try to finish off the Mario brothers together in there. Fourth movie. King Buu is undoubtedly one of the worst enemies when it comes to Luigi, and also his worst nightmare. Considering the next film will give Luigi more spotlight, it's only fair to match them up like that. King Buu sets up Luigi's arc, but the next character reveals something about Mario's past that fans have been theorizing about for years. Subscribe now because this character will shock you. Pauline. Another character who would perfectly show her face in the sequel is the first damn celebrity saved by Mario in gaming history. It was Pauline, although many think that the character made her debut as the mayor of New York. The character made her debut as the mayor of New York in the first movie. This was never confirmed by the film's director. That woman could be perfectly the mother of Pauline, who will appear in Super Mario 3. The idea would be that real Pauline accidentally ends up in the Mushroom Kingdom and is saved by Mario, but from that point on, Mario would take her to a castle, and Peach would get jealous. Both Mario and Pauline are from Brooklyn, and have lots in common. This creates romantic tension that hasn't existed in the films yet. In the end, she will be a great help in defeating many villains who will appear in the movie. She's not just a damsel in distress. She is quite capable, strong, resourceful, and knows how to attack others. Pauline brings Mario's past into the Mushroom Kingdom again, but the next character brings an entirely different kind of past, one involving time travel and a lot of rage. Wario. The amount of time we have played the Wario game on Game Boy and think that it's better than the original Mario is absurd. Nintendo's classic anti-hero is a childhood acquaintance of Mario. The problem is that, while Mario believes that they were friends, Wario hates Mario and does everything he can to get in his way. By all indications, this whole problem started in their childhood, involving a series of misunderstandings that could never be resolved between them. In order to finally address this, Wario would use Professor E, Gadd's time machine, which would be able to let him travel back and see that Mario never actually meant him any harm. This way, Wario could start the third movie as a villain. As a member of the team, this redemption arc would be perfectly in line with the first film's theme about family and the second film's theme about finding where you belong. Wario would understand where he belongs, and it would be in Mario's dream all along. He was just too stubborn to see it since the first day. Plus, wherever Wario goes, another character inevitably follows. And you guessed it right. This character would also be in the next Mario film. Waluigi. We are talking about none other than Waluigi. If Mario has a counterpart who looks like him, that person is Luigi. Then Wario also has his purple problem counterpart, Waluigi. This is how Waluigi came into the world of games. Even though he was basically taller and a thinner copy of Wario, curiously, Nintendo has never explained if he and Wario are brothers like Mario and Luigi, if they're part, or if they're even partners in crime. The fact that wherever one is, the other one also follows, and since we know that Wario will be in the next movie, Waluigi's appearance is just a matter of time. It's going to be really cool to see the long-standing rivalry between the two duos from the games play out in the movie. The Mario Brothers versus the Wario Brothers. Who will win? This would be the heroes versus their twisted mirror images. Waluigi brings much bigger chaos schemes and perfectly complements Wario's brute strength approach with cunning tricks and elaborate plans. The Wario brothers are also guaranteed chaos. But they're not the only ones who will bring trouble in the next movie. Tatanga. Let's talk about Tatanga, the space invader, who would invade the kingdom of Sarasa Land and kidnap Daisy. If we consider the official lore of the game, the most obvious choice would be the terrible alien villain Tatanga. He possesses an unknown origin. He is small, purple, with pointed ears, sharp hands, and short arms. Somehow, he resembles a bat. While Tatanga hypnotizes heroes, the next character is a hypnotized hero, or at least a dark version of one. Shadow Mario. One of the newest characters in the cinematic sequel would be none other than what we know as Shadow Mario. If Tatanga really appears and hypnotizes Luigi's older brother, he could transform into an alternate version of Mario called Shadow Mario. Of course, there is also another possibility for his evil character's appearance. Officially, Shadow Mario appeared in Super Mario Sunshine. He was actually Bowser Jr. himself, who used magic ink and his giant paintbrush to disguise himself as Mario. He was committing heinous crimes all over Isle Delfino. Also, we imagine that Bowser and Jr. will escape from maximum security prison, so there is also a second possibility that they might be the ones to turn into Shadow Mario too. The fact is that one way or another, Shadow Mario will be in the Super Mario 3 movie, whether he is a hypnotized hero or a disguised villain. His representation of Mario is really strong and could transform the movie into the best possible Mario movie ever. Not every character in the next film would be some evil being who is against our hero, because that's where an adorable and pure companion comes in. Poochie. With that, we have Yoshi's best friend. Just like Yoshi appeared and won the hearts of Mario fans, another character might be very close to him and could do the same thing. Of course, we're talking about Poochie, the loyal canine companion. Although he looks like a mix between a dog and a dinosaur, he is just quite funny, and at the same time refreshing to see him in the next movie. It's kind of like your pet has its own pet, right? If the third Mario movie explores Yoshi Island or the character's origin, Poochie is guaranteed to be there and will be perfect for the most dangerous action scene. What makes Poochie so dangerous is that it is fearless, loyal, and capable of sniffing out hidden paths and secrets. Plus, he provides extra comic relief without actually being annoying, which is just the thing we need in the next Mario movie. Poochie brings heart, but the next character brings pigtails and construction expertise. Toadette. If Daisy is in the movie, her best friend wouldn't be left out. Toadette is one of the few female Toads that are seen in the whole Mario franchise, and so far, she hasn't been seen in any of the first two movies. This could very well be because she doesn't really live in the Mushroom Kingdom anymore, but rather in Sarasa Land, helping her friend with whatever she needs. However, since Daisy's kingdom will be in danger and the princess will need to be saved, Toadette will return to her old kingdom and ask Mario, Peach, and Luigi for help. Only a few people know about this, but Toadette is a master builder. Therefore, she could be the leader of the technical team that helps Mario invade the fortresses where Daisy is being held. She could be quite resourceful, and we don't even need to mention that just by seeing the little mushroom with pink pigtails, our dear Toadette is going to fall completely in love. He'll definitely be the first volunteer to help Daisy's best friend rescue the princess. I don't really blame him, it's just how it is. If Toadette brings skills, the next character would bring butterflies to Luigi's stomach. But before we reveal her, subscribe to the channel because so far, we're only halfway through the craziest reveals. Daisy. In the last movie, the post-credit scenes confirm something that all fans have been speculating ever since the Super Mario Galaxy movie dropped. Daisy will officially be a part of the movie world. This is amazing news for Luigi, who is completely head over heels for the Princess of Sarasaland and the Flower Kingdom neighboring the Mushroom Kingdom. We've already noticed that she packs a pretty powerful right hook. Just ask Yoshi. Our guess is that she is going to need help with problems in her kingdom, which will also be under invasion, and our heroes will help her. Honestly, we would love to see an arm wrestling match between her and Peach. What about you? Let us know in the comments down below. Daisy isn't a normal girl who sits around waiting to be rescued. She fights back, throws punches, and only calls for help when she is genuinely overwhelmed. She is the perfect match for Luigi, someone who considers himself to be scared of every single little thing that comes his way, because she will be the one to humble him. Peach and Rosalina's parents. One of the biggest reveals in the latest Mario movie was the fact that Peach and Rosalina are siblings. If there are two people who will definitely be in the third Mario movie, it would be the parents of Peach and Rosalina. Taking into account the lore of the movie being different from the game, we can imagine that they might be totally new characters, or they'll be introduced in some game between the second and the third movie. Now we must follow the logic that we saw in Super Mario Galaxy. Parents inherit their cosmic powers at birth, which indicates that parents are beings of even enormous powers. Since they are princesses, they're certainly the king and queen of the kingdom that's still unknown to us, but one that must be grand. Maybe a passive planet responsible for the peace of the galaxy or something like that. This explains why Peach and Rosalina were separated, because very evil people wanted the cosmic power that was generated when both were together. The parents split them up for their own good. Now that they are together, those same enemies may come again, forcing the parents to finally reveal themselves and explain why they made the choice that they did. This would probably be the biggest reveal in the next movie. Cappy. If you are a Mario fan, you've probably noticed that every single movie about the short mustachioed plumber shares a title with the game from the franchise. We believe that for this reason, the next Mario movie is going to be called The Super Mario Odyssey. In that case, it is impossible to imagine that Cappy, Mario's loyal companion in the game, wouldn't make an appearance. He is basically the spirit that inhabits Mario's hat and allows him to take control of objects and enemies. In the game's plot, while fighting Bowser, Mario falls off a flying ship that ends up in Bonneton. There, he meets Cappy, whose sister was also kidnapped by Bowser. Cappy transformed into our hero's red hat, which was destroyed during the game. Together, the two of them defeat the Koopa King and ultimately save Peach from a forced war. Cappy's possession ability would translate incredibly well to the film. Just imagine Mario taking control of the massive enemy and using it to fight Bowser's army inside. The visual possibilities are endless. Moreover, Cappy provides a ruddy comedy dynamic that gives Mario someone to talk to during the solo adventures. Cappy also gives Mario his new gadgets, and he's a scientist with questionable safety standards, which is definitely going to be in the next movie. Professor Gadd. Another character who is practically guaranteed in the third movie is the mad scientist named Professor Gadd. Professor Gadd is one of the strongest allies to the Mario brothers, especially to Luigi, and the inventor of incredible technologies such as Bowser Jr.'s own magic paintbrush that we saw in the Super Galaxy movie. He created a ghost catching machine that was used by Luigi in his solo game, and also an AI-powered backpack that simultaneously allows Mario to glide through the air and shoot super powerful water jets, called Flash Liquidizer Ultra Dowsing Device, or just Flood. It's even used in the game called Super Mario Sunshine, where we saw Bowser Jr. for the first time, which led us to believe another character related to that location might be shown in the head phase soon. Professor Gadd brings comic relief, and they use X-Machine solutions when the plot needs them. He is basically Q from James Wan, but with worse lab safety protocols. The professor invents solutions, but there is one mystery even he cannot solve, which is who Bowser Jr.'s mother is. Can you guess? Let us know in the comments down below, because that is one of the biggest mysteries that we have zero leads on. Bowser Jr.'s mother. While there are thousands of mysteries in the whole Marioverse, let's talk about a subject that almost no one has touched upon until now. Who is Bowser Jr.'s mother? This is the mystery whose days are numbered and will be solved in 2028 when Super Mario 3 is released. As we mentioned while talking about Professor Gadd, if at any point our heroes go to Isle Delfino, which is where Mario gets that device created by the professor, There's a chance we'll find Bowser Jr.'s mother right there, possibly being held captive. This would create a really cool link between the game that introduced the son of the King of Koopas and the presence of the planta that we saw at the space meeting station, where Peach and Toad found the Ukul. Moreover, we'll discover why she isn't mentioned and hasn't been seen yet. Since she belongs to the Koopa species, it's hard to imagine she isn't the villain. But we'll find that out together. Maybe she's been imprisoned by Bowser himself for opposing his way of doing things. Or maybe she left him because she just couldn't stand his obsession with Peach and power. Maybe she has been searching for her son this whole time. Bowser's past is quite mysterious and shrouded in nothing but mysteriousness. But the final character we're about to reveal is downright sinister. And she might be the real reason Peach and Rosalina were separated in the first place. Cackletta, the absolute behemoth of a problem and someone who could make her debut in the next film very well, is none other than Cackletta. She is a character who plays in Super Mario Galaxy, and you didn't even notice. In a scene where Rosalina and Peach, while they were still young, the Princess of the Cosmos explained in her book, read by the Princess of the Mushroom, that they had to separate because very evil people wanted the cosmic power generated when both of them were together. At that moment, we can see a lilac light in the background, indicating that it was the sisters' enemies who were still on the trail. That lilac light was probably Cackletta's. This is because in the games, the witch from the Bean Kingdom uses a supreme form that is not only lilac and purple, but also emits an aura that mixes these two colors, which is exactly what we saw in the movie scene. Let's mark it down. Cackletta will be in Super Mario 3, even if this part is in post-credit scenes. After all, she is Mario's biggest enemy, and the most dangerous one of them all. She is powerful enough to threaten the entire cosmic princesses, she is evil enough to hunt down children, and she is patient enough to wait decades for the perfect moment to strike. When Cackletta finally reveals herself, the Mario brothers will face a threat even bigger than Bowser and Bowser Jr. themselves. Which new characters surprise you the most? Let us know in the comments down below. And if you enjoyed the video, please subscribe to the channel and ring the bell icon to stay up to date with the latest movie theory reads and facts.